You not feel the hatred coming out of my pores? Like, just do the thing I ask you to do. Why are you challenging me? That's what actors do a lot. They challenge us in the room. You know, the reason the lobby girl is angry is because 60 people asked her, you know, where's the restroom? And there's a fucking sign that says restroom that way. You know what I mean? She's already, you know what I mean? So look around you when you get into these surroundings. Every question is probably answered on the walls. There's probably signs for everything you need. Listen in the group explanation and just say hello and goodbye, if even that. You know?
Yeah, do not ask questions unless it is an absolute emergency. And I'm not trying to say that your agent is not there and available for you to ask questions, but they're probably, like, people comment, wait, how does a wild spot work? It's like sag.org, honey. Read it. I don't even understand how it works after reading the explanation.
And a lot of the things is take a good class. Like my class teaches you these things that agents aren't supposed to teach you when they sign you. You know, so take a full and complete class that's set up to show you every single thing in the commercial world, so that when you get out of there, you know everything. You don't have to ask questions. One of the big things I'll answer there's a big, just while we're on this note, there's a huge difference, Grand Canyon difference between cocky and confident. And we want confidence. We don't want cocky. And so when you get out of that car, and even beforehand, don't get in fights on the freeway all over here. You never know who the director is. Once you get out of that car, not that you have to be sappy and, you know, obsequious to people, but just make everybody your friend in this building, because there's no point to anything else. I've watched 2 people lose jobs last year because they got into a fight with the director who was in the lobby. This was at a callback, because they didn't know he was the director. You know, and the directors all know that I teach, and they're like, please tell your class that the guy who's dressed like the grip is usually the director. Because, and that's what happened. The guy's face, when he came into the room, he just went, all the blood just drained from his face. And I didn't understand what was going on. He's a really good actor. He books all the time. And when he left, the director picked up his headshot and turned to the clients, and he's like, this guy's not to be considered. He will not be working for me. Because they got in a big fight in the bathroom. So just don't take our energy on, is what I'm saying. This energy is bad and negative in these audition rooms, very often. Has nothing to do with you. Don't take it that way. Okay? Nothing's personal, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
If the casting director's out in the lobby screaming, she doesn't know you. You know what I mean? She's not really screaming at you. She's just screaming. So really don't take that personal. That was mostly a note from Nikolai. Don't put that on the list.
Anyone? Let's take a note.
I'm Eric Odom. What do you think are the main differences actors should really know between nailing an audition and nailing a callback?
I don't know if I know how to answer that.
Well, what are the differences between an audition versus a callback, as far as just you approach it differently,
here's
or the same?
General answer I can give, because there's too many factors involved with the way that question was formed. But basically, if you get a callback, it means you can do this job. They feel you can do the job. You know, actors come in with this point of view that they need to get this job. Well, you don't. You already got it. The callback is just to see who fits this spot. You know, we need a black guy or a white girl or an Asian or blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? To see if you fit into this vibe. If you're getting the callbacks, you'll book and you'll work. You know what I mean? So actors mainly, here's a big rule: don't change, or don't spend the 4 days before the callback making it better at home. Okay, the actors do this all the time, because the callback's like a week later or whatever. You get that callback, and oh, you have a callback tomorrow, so they spend the night doing it better than what you just did. Well, the first call got you a callback. Just get to the callback. If they didn't give you any direction, just do what you did in the first call, and then if they do give you direction, then change with it.
Okay, then I have a question.
Yes.
Because a lot of my actors ask me, should I wear the same thing to my callback?
Yes.
That's like the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's another, we'll bring that, nobody asked that, but we'll bring that up really quickly, wardrobe. It's very important that you dress what's on the breakdown. You know, nice casual, business casual, all those things. Because the people who are viewing the tapes don't have a lot of vision, in that they want to see what they want to see. Actors get very upset with us sometimes because I won't put, this is an extreme example because we never do tuxedos, but if the call is for tuxedos or business suit and you come in your gym outfit because you just came from the gym or whatever, I'm not going to put you on tape. And actors get angry a lot or call SAG or whatever. But they're not going to pick you because they don't see you now in that category. So don't get angry with us. We're actors. We should all have 4 sets of clothing in our cars at all times. And that's another thing about being seen. This is another piece of advice that I give in the workshop. Make sure that you have 4 changes of wardrobe in your car at all time. Because if Robin sends you out for something and you're over at Joe Blake's where there's 8 jobs, or Ross Lacey has 4 jobs alone at the casting studios, and there's 10 jobs going on that day, and everybody on that side of the room looks like me, but I wasn't picked for that, I'll go dress like them, walk over to the lobby girl and just say, hey, I was here for something else, but can I hand you my photo? And it's 50-50. They'll either say, you know what, we're not seeing people today, or they'll be like, you know what, you look great, go in for this.
And just make sure you have the clothes in your car because, like we said, there are so many same-day auditions happening that if you don't have, like, your beach attire, then you're screwed. But if you're one of our top clients, like our top booker, basically once I gave her a call back and I forgot to tell them that the attire changed. And so horrible for me. But, you know, my client, she's like, you know, I'll go straight back. Target's right down the street. I'm going to go buy beach attire, and I'm going to be right back at the casting. So it's like, be the person that always does what it takes and uses their head and just makes it happen.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi, I'm Brandy Ford, and I was wondering, how do you, both of you, feel about the casting workshops from an agent perspective, and then also you, since you're in casting?
Well, for me, like I said, I just did a big open call, and when I bring on someone new, I would prefer to have them take a commercial workshop, probably from Killian, or there are some other people that I recommend, but he's definitely one of my number ones, before I even start sending them out. Because as soon as we pick up a new person at Lemon Lime, they get a lot of auditions, because it's like, oh wait, there's this new cool person at Lemon Lime, they usually have good people, let's bring them in and see what they can do. Well, if you go into the audition, and we pick up people that sometimes are completely green. We like their look, they had a great personality, they were confident, you know, and nice. So I brought them on. You know, they don't have experience. So you don't want to go into the room with the casting director having huge expectations of this great new client and not be able to at least know the basics of how to conduct yourself in a casting. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, my wish is for every single person in my agency to take a commercial workshop before they go anywhere. I don't care how much acting, the more acting experience you have, and the more, especially theater experience you have, the more I would say take a commercial workshop, because like you said, booking commercials has nothing to do with acting. I mean, except for improv, I guess people that have a lot of improv experience, you know, that is also obviously an asset.
But I mean, so specifically casting workshops.
Well, in commercial world, there aren't a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more of a theatrical thing where you go and you perform in front of the casting director.
I've seen a few casting.
There aren't really that many. In my workshop, what I do is, because it's really impossible to get the casting directors for commercials to show up in a thing. Can you turn those off for just a second?
Oh.